Hi, so welcome to part 2 of the Fairlight restoration project, the video series. So here is the CMI mainframe that is currently open and exposed, naked. And there we go, there's the keyboard and the monitors, and there's two monitors there now. You'll see there's a regular TFT flat panel in there now. That is there because we weren't sure whether this one was working, and we needed to establish that. Also, Peter has developed a colour VGA output that gives a monochrome signal, I believe, through to a colour LCD monitor like this, which gives you a bit more clarity and obviously gives you a larger screen as well. So I'm not entirely sure which option we'll go with, but I know that Peter's keen on keeping things original, so if this is working, this will be an option. This will probably be standard, and this will be an option. Obviously that's my monitor, that won't be going with it. Anyway, we needed to make some initial inroads, and to that end, this is the box of parts and cards that came from Australia a couple of weeks ago, and I've been going through and labelling those so that I know exactly what's what and where we've got it. And Peter yesterday sent through some initial instructions on how to get this thing up and running to the point where we can make sure that everything's working before it boots into the operating system. So let me just show you this here. I'll just get some lighting in for you. Turn that on. Unfortunately, we're not a professional TV studio, so we don't have great lighting here. So what we've got, and I'm still learning all this, but here's the memory card. There's 32 meg of memory sat just here, and then there's some other cards can go in these slots, but then we've got 8 slots here which are the voice card slots, which are what these ribbon cables each attach to, because they'll then feed the outputs at the back. And then we've got various other cards here, so cards with SCSI controllers, but the one that we needed to fit, and I'll just move my light around there, is this one here, the Q133 card. And you see, when they built this thing, they really did go to town on making sure that everything was properly labelled, and this thing inside is still, it's almost like new. It's so well built. But the Q133 card is a debug card, and that's needed for this thing to successfully boot to effectively the BIOS of the Fairlight. So that was fitted a few minutes ago, and we had this very scary, exciting moment, and well, let me recreate that for you now. And as you can see, the machine lives. So this is the boot ROM. So this is what's stored on those cards. Does a test of what's in the system. As you can see, none of these cards have been detected because they're still out of the machine. We're going to put those in later. Graphics card, SCSI drivers, floppy drivers, and also another piece of good news, the keyboard is fully operational. Well, we say fully operational, we've tested little bits, so we can do things like diagnostics. But the machine lives and breathes. It's quite noisy, as was expected, and the room has started to fill up with that kind of slightly fusty old gear, slightly damp smell that had started to fade after we got the machine in, but it's kind of nice in a way. But there you go, the machine is living and breathing. While I've got the machine out, let me quickly show you around the back, because we haven't seen around the back yet. I'm going to use my light again. Again, apologies for how amateurish and Heath Robinson this looks. but these are all the outputs on the back. Each voice card has its own pair of outputs, and then we've got 3 MIDI in, 3 MIDI out, sync and clock, lots of big SMPTE connections there. There's a mixer which we're going to replace, put a new one in there, and we're going to basically give this everything I think we can. Over this end we've got the keyboard connections, all the fuses and power chains there showing properly. So you can see the level of corrosion on some of these connectors is a little bad, so we need to clean those up and make sure that they're all okay. But everything's working tickety-boo, as they say, as is ably demonstrated by the monitor. So it lives and it breathes, and we just need to fit some more cards and get this thing singing like it used to do, and that's the most exciting part for me. So that's all from me for now, and we'll bring you some more updates as and when we get them. But there we have a living, breathing Fairlight CMI Series 3. Until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.